Ladies and gentlemen, Rex Fair League Project, how the heck are you? Why did the elite from thousands of years ago do everything they could to preserve their bodies in perpetuity? What was their purpose? Now, I feel with the information that I've gathered, it's because they were looking for immortality and they knew that in the future they'd be cloned. What do you think about that? How's that for a LARP session? And let's get into that, because if the elite, the royalty, the chosen ones that had the money and the resources to preserve their bodies as well as they did, and I remember learning back in elementary school about how, at least what they taught us in elementary school, was in Egypt, doctors and surgeons after death were able to take the brain of a human out of their nose, out of their nostril somehow, and leave it highly intact. And that never jived with me. I never understood how they were able to do that with just some type of pick. But hey, what do I know? I'm a conspiracy scientist. And speaking of conspiracy scientists, have you got your Airbolt yet? This thing is awesome. Go to getairbolt.com. Get some. I had this thing hooked up to my backpack at the event, and I left the backpack in the exhibition hall while I was running all around the hotel. I totally forgot where I left it. I checked the app on my phone. I was able to track it down. This thing is great. It's even TSA approved. It's got a 1-year warranty, a 30-day money-back guarantee. You can track your belongings. You can also know when it's been opened. This thing is awesome. It's the ultimate in smart lock technology. GetAirbolt.com. That's getairbolt.com. Okay, now I want to share with you an ancient Sumerian tablet titled Inanna Descends to the Netherworld. And the reason I'm going to share this with you is because I feel that it describes what some elite, and I'm using the term elite because they consider themselves elite due to their bloodlines, their resources, their monies, etc. But you know what? We're the elite now. We're the chosen ones. We can decide where we want to go, what we want to do. We just have to believe in ourselves. And also karma has a big part of that in this dualistic matrix that we reside in. But let me share this with you real quick. This is an ancient Sumerian tablet translated via Oxford University. Check it out. No, that's not what I wanted to show you. Here we go. Check out my forehead. All right. This is the credits. The project members of these translations, they did a fantastic job. ETCSL. Now let's go to ETCSL and look at Inanna's descent to the Netherworld. This is a very interesting description how Inanna decides to leave her resources, her positions, her titles, her safety to gather knowledge and power from the Netherworld. And in doing so, she knew there was a good chance she wasn't going to make it out of the Netherworld without help from above. So what she did was she went to her follower and asked her to send out an emergency call if she didn't get out of the netherworld or the underworld, first to Enlil, then Nanna, and then Enki. She said, if Enlil won't help me, then go to Nanna. If Nanna won't help me, then go to Enki. And so she also says things like, lacerate your eyes for me. Lacerate your nose for me. Your ears. Your buttocks. And that's kind of weird, right? I mean, it's like, why do you want me to torture myself and cut myself and deform myself so that you will be remembered in the netherworld? But there's got to be some connection there I just don't know about because I didn't live at this timeline. If I did, I certainly don't remember about it. So you go through this story, and Inanna goes to the netherworld. She gets stuck down there. So her follower goes and asks for help. Enlil says, no way. He says, absolutely not. Because once you've gotten down to that level, once you've been there, there is no coming back. There's knowledge that you obtained in that position that you can't bring back with you. And then Nana says the same thing. Finally, Enki decides to help. So the person goes to Enki, says, hey, Inanna is in the netherworld. Don't let her die down there. So he creates these demons out of his fingernail that is able to go through the netherworld and traverse through these doors and these guarded portals that most people didn't think was possible. Enki found a way. So it also talks about how when Inanna goes down there, she's got these 7 levels of protection, and she has to take all of these garments off. Each door, she has to take off another garment of protection. At the very end, she gets judged, and they hang her on a hook. And then these demons that go through the portals that are from Enki revive her, bring her back. And as she comes back, there's demons following her saying, you need to give a replacement. And she gives Dumazid, her lover, as a replacement. And it doesn't really say why. It gives little clues, but the details are lacking. Dumazid might have been having a little too much fun while she was in the netherworld. That's the only thing that I can come up with. Now you can compare it to astrotheology. Nana is the moon. Utu is Saturn. People connect Utu to the sun, but I think Utu is actually Saturn. Or was Saturn at one point. But now we're going to connect this to these pharaohs and these mummies that have been discovered that have high level of authority, prestige, positions of power. They're written about in the scriptures and the ancient tablets, etc. Were they preserving their bodies knowing that 2,000 years later, 3,000 years later, they would be reawoke. There's another word I'm looking for here, but brought back to life in the physical form. Maybe they knew that at the quantum level, their spirit would somehow be connected to their body, even in the spirit realm, and they could spend thousands of years obtaining knowledge and data and power and strength. And then they get reincarnated, recloned with their body, with that knowledge, they bring it back, making them gods, making them magnificent in power, beyond people's wildest dreams, like superhuman in our minds, gods in our minds, lower G, not capital G. But the powers that they can bring back might be nothing short of extraordinary, something you'd see on a big screen superhero film. I'm thinking that's what they projected. And you know what? It might happen pretty soon. We might have already recloned these beings, these superhumans. And now they could be at a level of godhood. They might even be in politics right now, for all I know. Akhenaten sure looks like somebody that was just in office. Very similar. Maybe they've used DNA from these previous incarnations of physical bodies and taken that data and actually genetically manipulated it, genetically modified it for an even greater scenario. But I am envisioning these gods being reborn and recloned from ancient times with powers beyond most wildest dreams. What are your thoughts? The Book of the Dead, the hieroglyphics, the time and resources spent lining the sarcophagus, the tombs. Why? What was the purpose? The Bhava Chakra, the ancient wheel of fortune, the wheel of destinies, the wheel of life, the cycles of karma, shows the different realms within the matrix, within the machine, within the system. The God realm, the demigod realm, the human realm, the animal realm, the ghost realm, the hell realm. Maybe preserving your body, taking a 3,000-year vacation in the netherworld or a 3,000-year journey in the netherworld and then bringing it back to that body, like Enlil talked about, maybe those powers aren't supposed to be brought back, and if they are, you better watch out. You better be careful, because with great powers, with great rewards comes great responsibilities. And Inanna certainly is one of the greatest of the gods and goddesses. One of the most talked about. There's even the one Sumerian tablet that describes how Inanna takes the kingship from Anu. And if everything's connected as above, so below, and if you connect these names to the planets and what they're doing in the heavens, and if there's a microcosm to that that affects us at that same level where we are just a microcosm of the macrocosm, the same things are happening on earth as in the heavens. It takes it to a whole other level. This is multi-layered information. And if you want to get really deep, watch the LeakCon event that we just had. Over 12 hours actually of presentations. And the presentation that I give at the end, I connect it all in about an hour. I put it all together for you to take it to the next level also. So you can click that link. You can watch the replay of the live stream. It has been edited. It's amazing. It's off the hook. The energy there was fantastic. When I think about it, it gives me an extra jolt of energy. It was a soul reunion. We're going to do it again in 2020. And then again, and 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 again, times infinity. How about that? Next life, next life, next life, next life, this life, this life, this life. And I'm starting to divagate a little bit, but I'm just getting excited thinking about it. Be excellent to each other. Hit the subscribe button. Make sure you're subscribed. Make sure you have access to the live streams. The gremlins are eating subscriptions like crazy. I don't know. They're hungry. It's wild. And go to leakproject.com. Go to leakproject.com because you have access to about 2,500 podcasts there. Hundreds of those are exclusive to leakproject.com. You get access to an amazing forum section there. Y'all that love to blog and leave these amazing comments, you need to go to the forum section. You can sign up for free. Start leaving that info in the forum section. Make your voice heard. I read through some of these comments and I'm like, they blow me away. I'm like, this is amazing. This needs to be in a format like a blog format too. Thank you for leaving it on the Leak Project YouTube channel. Please leave it on the forum section at the leakproject.com also so other people can read it. Because a lot of people like to read the blog format and then respond to that. And sometimes these amazing comments are left on like comment 1,000 or comment 500 so people don't get to them as they should because it's so far down. It's easier at the forum section. And then you can get other like-minded people. And then we'll have eventually this just mind meld, this incredible think tank of eclectic, brilliant people from around the world that are going to sit there and be like, and break the matrix, unlock the matrix, give the keys to fix things. When I say break the matrix, it's break the matrix of deceit. They will create a matrix of opportunities by doing so that'll give everybody a higher level of potential. How does that sound? I like that. Oh yeah. Be amazing. Be the change you want to see. Na 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 na.